What's going on, everyone? It is Ethan here with another video where today I'll be showing you all my entire vinyl record collection. As you can see right here, I got 4 cubbies full, and I'll be showing you just pretty much every single vinyl I own. So without further ado, I know this is gonna take a minute, so let's just get on into it. So the first record in my collection right here is the Taylor Swift Lover. This is the blue and pink pressing. Really cool pressing, you know, really cool to have 2 different colored vinyl in the same pack. Next up we have Midnights. This is the lavender purple. Really cool. Next up we have my favorite Midnights pressing right here. This is the Moonstone Blue. It's really cool pressing. Next we have the brand new Tortured Poets Department, which this actually came with the signed insert, which I'll probably show at the end. But yeah, really cool. Next up we have the lilac marbled vinyl of Speak Now TV. Then we got 2 versions of 1989. We have the Sunset Yellow and just the Tangerine Target version, which I'm probably going to be going pretty fast in this video, but if there's any vinyl that you want me to go in more detail about, just comment down below. So yeah, next up, one of my favorites, Rihanna, Good Girl Gone Bad. Really great. Next up, this is a very underrated album, especially if you're a hip-hop fan. I would definitely recommend this one. Too Short, Born to Mac. Really cool. Next up, we have 50 Cent's Animal Ambition. Pretty underrated album. Next up, we have the Taylor Swift Folklore Red Target version. Next, we have Red, Taylor's version. This is also the Target pressing. Next up, we have the Mahogany Midnights. Really cool. We have the original Red, which I really love this. Next up, we have the original 1989 vinyl. Really love this, just the album cover, just the album. Just really cool. Next up, we have the Reputation. This is the picture disc version, which I prefer over the orange one. I don't have the orange one, but I just think this one looks cool. Looks a lot better than the orange one. But yeah, next up we have the Gap Band Jammin'. Really great, underrated album. Next up we have Snoop Dogg Bush, which is on a really cool blue vinyl. Really underrated Snoop Dogg album. Next up, you know, the best Snoop Dogg album, we have Doggy Style. This is the 30th anniversary, which I've actually made a separate video on this if you want to go check it out. We also have the 30th anniversary. This is the clear version. Really cool. 30th anniversary. There. Next up, we got Warren G, Regulate. A classic, Regulate. Next up, we got Dr. Dre, Nothing But a G Thing. This is the single, which I don't have the Chronic in my collection, but hopefully next time I will. And last for this little section, we have Too Short, Blow the Whistle, a phenomenal song. Alright, up next we have Morgan Wallen, If I Know Me. I actually have 2 of these. One of these is the clear version, one is just the standard black pressing. And here we have, which I also made a video on this one, the If I Know Me. This is like the anniversary edition, which has new photos in a different colored vinyl. Next up we have Morgan Wallen's Dangerous album on blue vinyl. And next we have Morgan Wallen's One Thing at a Time. I have all 4 versions, which you can't really tell. There's not really a hype sticker except for on one. But we got the orange one, the green one, the white pressing, which the white one is the most common one. You can buy it like Walmart or whatever. Well, not Walmart, but Target. And then right here we have the Walmart one, which is the blue version. Alright, up next we got Britney Spears' My Prerogative, which the cover of My Prerogative is actually pretty good. Yeah, really good compilation album. Next up we got Baby One More Time, you know, one of the best debuts of all time. We got Circus, which this is probably my favorite Britney album right here. Really great. You know, another classic album right here, we got Oops, I Did It Again. Just, you know, I really love Lucky. That's probably my favorite Britney song. And here we got the self-titled album, which this one actually might be my favorite. This one and Circus are just my favorites. This amazing songs. Next, we got Britney's Swimming in the Stars. And the last two right here are Tim McGraw. So we have the brand new Standing Room Only, which is the clear vinyl, which this album is actually not too bad for a, you know, Tim McGraw album. And then we have the Greatest Hits, which, you know, has pretty much all of his hits on here. Really great. All right, next up we got some more hip hop. We got The Best of Tupac Part 1 and Part 2. This album I just bought for the Chris Brown song. This is the Jack Harlow's. That's what they all say. Didn't even know what it's called. Now we got my Juice WRLD collection. We got the original Goodbye and Good Riddance. Really cool. We got the deluxe version, which really great. It has some bonus songs on here. Next we got my favorite Juice WRLD album, Death Race for Love. Really great project. Definitely recommend if you haven't heard it. We got Legends Never Die. My personal favorite right here, the purple pressing. This one is just amazing, which it also includes the Man of the Year 999 version, which is superior to the original in my opinion. We got Fighting Demons, which is actually an underrated album. I think I really enjoy this album. Next we got Drake, Scorpion. I love the Don't Matter to Me. I mean it's all right. I like listening to it. It's not too bad. And then we got arguably Drake's best album, Take Care. Now we got my Justin Bieber collection. We got My World, really great. We got Justice. I remember I got this and the blue one here. I'll show you in a second. The day they came out, I was so excited to find those. My favorite Justin Bieber album, we got Believe right here. Hopefully I get the picture disc one day. I really want to get that. Next we got Under the Mistletoe. Great Christmas album. This is probably the most recent Justin Bieber album I got. I got this in July, I think, but Where Are You Now? The single that's pressed on yellow vinyl. We got Justice, the blue Walmart version. We got the Anyone single, which is really cool. We got Changes, which is my last Justin Bieber album. Now we got the Weird Al Yankovic section. We got Even Worse. We got sections from Straight Outta Linwood, which I really love this one. It has White and Nerdy, Confessions Part 3, and Trapped in the Drive-Thru. Then we got a couple more. Everything's falling over. We got In 3D, Greatest Hits, and Polka Party. And lastly, for this little section of vinyl, we have the Silk Sonic Yellow Walmart pressing. Next, we have an underrated hip-hop gem right here. We got The Wonderful World of C's Aaliyah, Little C's one and only album. Next, we got some Lionel Richie. We got the debut and Can't Slow Down. Next, we got the only comedy album in my collection, just Eddie Murphy. Next, we got Billy Ocean's Caribbean Queen. Really cool. Next, we got the E.T. box set, which, you know, is really cool because MJ's narrating it. Really great. Next, we got, now we're getting into my Beatles and John Lennon collection. We got Milk and Honey, which I really love this album. We got Double Fantasy, classic. I made an entire video talking about Double Fantasy if you want to watch it. Next, we got Sometime in New York City. We have Imagine. This is like a repressing though. It's not like an original. One of my favorite vinyls in my collection, we have Jealous Guy single, which this is from like 85 it says. You know, really good album right here. We got Plastic Ono Band. We got Shaved Fish, the compilation album. This is the newest one. We got Give Me Some Truth. We have a couple Chris Brown albums right here, which I don't really know why they're randomly inserted here, but we got Yo, Excuse Me, Miss, which the sleeve is actually hung up on the wall, which I'll show you at the end. And we got Kiss Kiss, which I actually have two of these, which I will show you my Chris Brown vinyls again later towards the end. Next up, we got Let It Be. This is the like new mixed version. We got Hey Jude, We got London Town right here. Live in New York City. Really great. Love to have live albums. We got Sgt. Pepper. We got Plastic Ono Band live piece in Toronto, which the only reason I really bought this was because of the calendar. But yeah, still great. Live. Love blue suede shoes on that. Next up, we got Two Virgins. Don't take off the cardboard. Next, one of my favorite vinyls in my collection, we got the John Lennon collection. This is the new Revolver, which I remember I got this, like this was released around the time Walmart did a sale. I think it was for Black Friday, where all the vinyl were like 15 bucks, and that was a great deal because this was 30 brand new, so I got it for 15 bucks. Next, we got an original Abbey Road. This is the new Sgt. Pepper, which this was on clearance as well. And we got a couple more here. We got Elvis King Creole, really great. And Meet the Beatles. All right, now on to the top two cubbies. Starting off with my Notorious B.I.G. collection, but before I show you that, I got a couple Charlie Wilson records here. We got Charlie Wilson, Super Sexy featuring T-Pain, which funny thing about this is that the album version features Jamie Foxx as well, so I guess this is sort of like before they even finished the album. So yeah, next up we got the Gap Band, You Dropped a Bomb on Me, the single, really great. Next we got the Notorious B.I.G. Hypnotize. This is the orange pressing, really cool. Next, one of my favorites in my entire collection right here, we got the Notorious B.I.G.'s Ready to Die. This is the Vinyl Me Please pressing, which if you are going to buy this album on vinyl, definitely recommend this one because this is one of the only, well, actually the only modern pressing of the album that has the original samples on it. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this one right here. So yeah, next up we have Life After Death, the silver Target pressing from last year. Really cool vinyl. Next we have the original Life After Death right here from 97. We have the 1995 Ready to Die, the remastered LP from 2004. This is the 2021 or 2 pressing, just standard black repress. We got another repress. This is from last year. This is the gold vinyl of Ready to Die. One of my favorites again in my collection, we have the Juicy Vinyl Record Store Day limited edition. Next we got some more singles. We got Sky's the Limit. This is one of my favorites. I just love this artwork right here. Next we got the Biggie 4-pack, which I do not have the Duets album, but one day eventually I'll get it. But yeah, really cool right here. Next up, one of my favorite songs, we got Player's Anthem from Junior Mafia. We got Biggie's One More Chance, the remix version. We got Juicy, which I think is from like 2003 pressing. This is from Born Again, the Notorious B.I.G. Self-titled song. We got Mo Money, Mo Problems single. Then this is an even better version. We have Mo Money, Mo Problems, the Record Store Day version. Next up we have the original 99 pressing of Born Again, which is 25 years old this year. Next we have Victory 2004. Next we got the single for Party. One of my favorite songs of all time, we got Victory right here. Next, this is Unreleased and Unleashed, which this is a bootleg, but it still has some pretty cool unreleased songs on there. Next up we have the tribute to Notorious B.I.G., I'll Always Be Missing You. We got Puff Daddy and the Family white vinyl reissue, No Way Out. Now we have Now Playing Notorious B.I.G., which this was released last year, as well as the Walmart exclusive Black Ice vinyl. Then last here, well, we have 3 different pressings of the greatest hits. Well, here's 2. Here's the third one. But there's the blue, black, and red pressing. And last but not least, my original 1994 Ready to Die pressing, which the original doesn't have all the tracks, but still great to have. And next we got my Justin Timberlake and N Sync collection. So starting off, we have Justin's brand new album, Everything I Thought It Was. This is the deluxe edition. Next we just have the standard black pressing. This is a sealed copy. Next we have the 2020 Experience, which is actually the Target version with the 7-inch. You know, one of his best albums, which all of his albums are really good in my opinion. We got or 2020 Part 2, excuse me, with the 7-inch as well. Next up, we got Man of the Woods. This is an underrated album. I mean, compared to his other albums, it's obviously, in my opinion, at the bottom, but I still like it. Next up, we have metallic silver and black pressing of Everything I Thought It Was. Now we got some singles here. We got Sexy Back. We got N Sync's Pop. We have Cry Me a River right here. Like I Love You. Senorita. We got Rock Your Body. We got JC's Some Girls Dance with Women single, which I hope JC puts this album on vinyl, which the chances of it are really low, but I mean, maybe one day. We got Justin Timberlake's Justified. We got Future Sex Love Sound. We got My Love, which is actually sealed. Then we have another one which is not sealed. Then we have 3 versions of the N Sync Christmas album. We have just the original standard black. Then we have the clear pressing, which is probably my favorite pressing of it, as well as the opaque green vinyl from Target. And last but not least, just the standard 25th anniversary N Sync. We got some picture discs right here. We got the N Sync No Strings Attached picture disc. We got the Debut One More Time picture disc, as well as the Oops, I Did It Again picture disc, which I store all these in just one big sort of sleeve because the plastic pictures, plastic sleeves that the picture discs come in are just very bad, and they, like, you know, mess up the record and stuff over time. So yeah, just... Alright, now before I show off my final cubby, which is all my Michael Jackson records, I want to show you some of my soundtrack records. Without further ado, the soundtracks, we have Trolls Band Together. Really good soundtrack in my opinion. Next up, we have the Shrek soundtrack, which we need the Shrek 2 soundtrack because everyone knows that's superior. Like, we just need Holding Out for a Hero on vinyl. Next, we got WandaVision vinyl. And these two are really my favorites. We got the Muppets Take Manhattan vinyl, the Muppets movie vinyl, and my newest soundtrack, we have The Incredibles, which I really love this because it has Nemo on his bib. So yeah, now on to my Michael Jackson record collection. Alright, so as you can see, these are some of my favorites up here. We got the Invincible album, which really great. This is an original 2001 pressing right here. Next we have Billie Jean, which this is a single from the UK, I think. But yeah, I really love this. This is the extended version. Next we have the Best of Michael Jackson, which I really love this. This has some of, you know, the greatest hits from the Motown era. Next we have the Invincible picture disc. Really cool. I love that it's in all different colors. Next we have my favorite album of all time, History, on picture disc vinyl. Next we have the Off the Wall vinyl picture disc. Next we have one of my favorites in my entire collection. We have the Say 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 Record Store Day vinyl, which the estate needs to start doing Record Store Day for Michael Jackson because, well, last year there was a Jackson 5 one, but, you know, that's Motown and the estate doesn't deal with that. And this was obviously Paul McCartney. So, estate, please do Record Store Day for Michael Jackson. It's not that hard. Next, we have the original Thriller picture disc right here, which also, there's something else in here. We have Scream, which is on a really cool blue vinyl, which I really love this one. Next, we have another copy of Invincible on picture disc. I don't remember why I have two, but just I guess I have two. Next, we have Thriller 40, which is still really lame that we never got the demos on vinyl. Next, one of my favorites, we have the Live Auckland vinyl. Pretty cool. This is one of my newest ones in the collection. We have Torture, the single. Really good song. Next, we have another Thriller 40, which is pretty much just normal Thriller. It just came with a Thriller 40 slip mat. You know, the estate sometimes, like, I really hope they don't mess up this movie. You know, I really think it's going to be good. But, I mean, then again, you know, the general audience doesn't know, like, the full story of the movie. But we'll talk about the movie a different time. Next up, we got Thriller 25. This one, I really love this one. We got Forever Michael. This is actually still sealed. Really great. Next we have Off the Wall. This is one of my first MJ vinyls. I think it's the second one I ever got in my collection. This is the like repressing of it, 2015, I think. Next we have an original 1982 Thriller. We have Escape, which stay tuned because I'm making an Escape video soon because this album turns 10 years old. Next we got the Jackson 5 Icon, which I actually made an unboxing video about this. This came out pretty recently actually, so if you want to see that, go check it out. Next, one of my favorites in my entire collection, we got Bad 25, which this is actually, I'm pretty sure, the only way you can get Leave Me Alone on like a Bad album, because for you guys that don't know, it was never released on the original album. It was only on the CD, and it's not on the represses either. So if you want Leave Me Alone on vinyl, you either gotta get this or the single. And last but not least, we have Thriller 40. This is another sealed one. I got this one, the vinyl were $15 at Walmart. So yeah, really cool. All right, next up we have Billie Jean, the long version. This is like the US pressing, you know. The US one didn't really have a picture sleeve like that one did. Next up we have Thriller single, which is from like Holland or somewhere, but yeah, Thriller picture sleeve. Next we have the Thriller picture disc from, you know, the picture disc series, which the other ones I was showing you. Next we have the USA Thriller 12-inch, really cool right here. Next we have Say Say Say, which is another one of my favorite 12 inches right here. Next we have Wanna Be Starting Something, 12-inch. This next one right here is one of my favorites in my entire collection right here. This is the Half-Speed Mastered Triumph, which Triumph is my favorite Jackson's album. I hope to get Thriller and Off the Wall Half-Speed Masters eventually. But yeah, really cool. Next we got Music and Me. We got the Jackson's Victory album, the Jackson's Destiny, which is really great. Next we got We Are the World, the album. We have the original Triumph right here. We have the original 1991 pressing of Dangerous right here. This is one I got recently, the Blood on the Dance Floor remixes. And this one you can still find in Walmarts nowadays because I found one the other day, but this is when I bought this back in like 2020, I think it was originally released, the silver pressing of Dangerous. And then we have One Day in Your Life, which this has one of my favorite songs. It's You're My Best Friend, My Love, which is a very underrated Jackson 5 song. I think it's Jackson 5. But yeah, definitely recommend that song. All right, now we're on the final stretch of the final cubby. Then after I show you all these, I'm going to be showing you all the ones up here, and then I have some other signed ones and stuff like that. So yeah, starting off, we have the Jackson 5 Dancing Machine. Next, we have one of my favorite singles in my entire collection. We have the Cry single, which was one of the last singles. Next, we have probably my favorite song of all time. We got Scream with Michael and Janet. Really cool single right here. We have the original pressings of ABC and Third Album. Really nice to have. Next, one of my favorites, which this one came out last year, the ABC Record Store Day Blue Vinyl. Which I remember I bought that one online thinking, you know, it was going to be like hard to find, which I didn't. I paid pretty much retail online, but then I went into my local record store and they had it, so I'm pretty sure they still have it to this day. Yeah, next we have the original Jackson 5, Diana Ross Presents the Jackson 5. This is the picture disc sleeve for Thriller, which I don't know why I didn't put it with the other one. But this is one of my favorite vinyls. This is really unique. It's the 30th anniversary pressed on vinyl, which it's a bootleg, but still pretty cool to have. Next, we have the We Are the World single. We have the original 79 pressing of Off the Wall. We have the One More Chance single right here. And another One More Chance single. This is like a remix single, which has like over an hour's worth of music on there. We have You Are Not Alone remix single, which, you know, thankfully it has the original on it, because some of the remix singles only have like remixes and stuff. We have Jam 2, which this one only has remixes. We have In the Closet Part 2. We got You Rock My World with Jay-Z remix. Really cool. We got Stranger in Moscow, which this one actually got broken in half in the mail, but they just gave me a refund, so this one's actually snapped in half, but really cool to have. We got Jermaine Jackson, which has Tell Me I'm Not Dreaming, featuring Michael. Next, we have another bootleg album. We have, what's it called? King of Pop Ultimate Track, Ultimate Rare Track, which has the 1988 Grammy performance and the 1995 MTV Awards, as well as the Super Bowl performance on side B. We have a reissue of Dangerous, which I also have this bootleg Dangerous, which is really kind of weird because they were able to squeeze the whole album onto one LP. Really interesting there. We have the Who Is It single, as well as the Jackson 5 Going Places picture disc, which I actually got this. It didn't have the original sleeves, so that's why I just put it in with that one. Next, we have the Wiz soundtrack. Next, we have one of my favorite vinyls. Probably just, this was the first ever vinyl in my entire collection. We have the Bad picture disc from 2018, I think, was released. Next, we have the Leave Me Alone single. Now we're getting to the Bad singles. So we got Leave Me Alone, The Way You Make Me Feel, Bad, Smooth Criminal, Man in the Mirror, Another Part of Me, Dirty Diana, and last but certainly not least, the original 1987 pressing of Bad. Alright, so now I'm going to show you all the vinyl up here. So first we have the Notorious B.I.G. This is the 25th anniversary of Life After Death. It's like, has like the album and like all the singles, and just amazing box set right there. Next up we have T-Pain on top of the covers. Really phenomenal cover album. Definitely recommend it if you haven't heard it. Next, Charlie Wilson, You've Turned My Life Around. Really good album. Next up, another phenomenal album, I think, in my opinion. We got Epiphany by T-Pain. Easily his best work right here. Next, we got T-Pain, Can't Believe It, featuring Lil Wayne. Next, we also have a Michael Jackson record, which I don't think there's enough room to put it down here, but we have the No. 1's promo. Next, we have Too Short. This is I Want to Be Free, That's the Truth, which I actually have the picture itself framed on the wall, which I'll show you in a minute. Now we have my Chris Brown vinyl collection. We got Yo, Excuse Me, Miss, Wall to Wall, the Run It remix right here. Just the normal Run It. Then we got Kiss Kiss, and the last Chris Brown vinyl we have is Poppin'. This vinyl I actually got today. This is the black pressing of Lover, just the standard black pressing. We got 50 Cents, Get Rich or Die Trying, and Justin Timberlake's Everything I Thought It Was. Alright everyone, now I got all my vinyls from my display case over here, which, my prized possession vinyls, my favorite in my entire collection. So starting off, my favorite album of all time, History. This is the original 1995 pressing on just standard black vinyl. They need to reissue History. I don't know why they haven't. Next up, we have the 3 signed TJ Jackson vinyls. We got Last Night. We got I Don't Deserve This, which I've actually made an unboxing video when I got this one a couple years ago. Pretty cool. And the original TJ Jackson vinyl, which is Insomnia. Next, this is from last year. Really amazing though. The signed 50 Cent vinyl, which you could buy this at the Final Lap Tour or like on his website for a limited time. And lastly, here we got these 2 signed, or not signed, not framed either, sealed Thrillers from, this is the 1983 pressing, but still really cool to have these 2 sealed. And the last one from my display case, which I actually put it up here. We have Charlie Wilson, Sprung on Me. This is signed, as you can see, a really lovely autograph. It says, To Lewis, thanks a million, love you, Charlie Wilson. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys the vinyl that are framed on the wall over here. Alright, so the final vinyl we have right here is Too Short, I Want to Be Free, That's the Truth. Autographed vinyl, as you can see right here. This one is the signed insert from the Torture Pro department. And this one isn't even a vinyl, but still a nice 50 Cent autograph. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched this all the way through, seriously, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate you watching this video. So yeah, thank you for watching once again, and I will see you all in the next one. I'm gone. Alright, I knew this was going to happen. Every single collection video I make, I always forget to, you know, like after I've done editing it and everything, I forget a vinyl or whatever it is for the collection. And this one is a legendary one, so I can't believe I forgot it in the actual video. But we got Lover live from Paris, the Taylor Swift vinyl, which I was lucky enough to get this when it originally dropped. So yeah, really cool. So yeah, thank you so much again. If you really stayed to the end, then, I mean, I guess it was worth it because you got to see that vinyl. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.